Hi, my name is Brenna Warner, and I am the undergraduate coordinator for the International Institute. And I serve as an academic advisor for the International Studies major and minor. And if you are thinking about declaring an International Studies major or minor, you are in the right place. The program in International and Comparative Studies serves as the home for the International Studies major and minor at the University of Michigan. It offers opportunities for students to meet others who share an interest in international topics and provides funding for study abroad, internships, and research for its students. All of the photos in this presentation are from PICS students and events. If you are preparing for a global career, PICS is intended for students planning to pursue advanced degrees or careers in global health, government or non-governmental organizations, humanitarian issues, international business and law, public policy, and so much more. The International Studies major draws from an interdisciplinary curriculum. Students can be taking classes from international studies, anthropology, economics, political science, history, comparative literature, and environment, just to name a few. The major is a bit of a choose your own adventure, but students must choose from one of the four different subplans that we offer within the International Studies major. The four different subplan options are International Security, Norms, and Cooperation, or IS&C, Political Economy and Development, or PED, Global Environment and Health, or GEH, and Comparative Culture and Identity, or CCI. The International Security, Norms, and Cooperation Subplan, or IS&C, explores how countries, governments, and people interact in an increasingly interconnected world. It examines issues such as international relations, human rights, and global security. It studies the role of international organizations and transnational social movements in shaping global affairs, and it analyzes the causes and consequences of conflict, violence, peace building, and cooperation between and within states. The Political Economy and Development Subplan explores how the global economy shapes societies, governments, and everyday life around the world. PED compares the economic and political systems of different countries and regions. It studies topics such as international trade, economic development, and globalization, and it examines how governments regulate economies, create budgets, and respond to economic challenges. Global Environment and Health, or GEH, explores how global health and environmental issues shape the human experience around the world. It examines topics such as public health, health policy, epidemics and pandemics, and mental health across different countries. It studies environmental challenges, including climate change, sustainability, and environmental disasters. It analyzes how governments, organizations, and communities respond to global health and environmental issues. Comparative Culture and Identity, or CCI, explores how people around the world express their identities, beliefs, values, and experiences through culture, literature, film, and the arts, examines topics such as culture, identity, nationalism, and belief systems across different societies, studies literary, cinematic, and artistic traditions from a global and comparative perspective, analyzes the impact of colonialism, post-colonialism, and cultural exchange on societies around the world. So students must choose one of those four subplans within the International Studies major. And for the International Studies major requirements themselves, students must do the International Studies 101 course as a prerequisite course, which is the Introduction to International Studies. Students must also take Econ 101 and complete that course with a C or better, specifically for the political economy and development subplan. The major is 34 credits, and that is not including the language study for the major. For the particular subplan that students choose, you must have 4 courses within your chosen subplan, 12 credits total. Some requirements differ between the different subplans, so make sure you check the requirements for your particular subplan that you have chosen. Specifically for the political economy and development subplan, students must complete one approved economics course that is on the approved political economy and development course list. For the comparative culture and identity subplan, students must also complete a globalization and culture course, so be sure to check those specific requirements for your chosen subplan. There are core courses across all the subplans, which total 10 credits. Students must complete International Studies 301, which is a Topics in International Studies course. That is a larger seminar course that students will complete. International Studies 401 is an advanced topics seminar course typically intended for students in their junior or senior year, upperclassmen. Typically no more than 20 to 25 students in that course. And then students also complete International Studies 390, which is a qualitative research design course on designing research in international studies. Students also complete one course focusing on a region related to your language. It must be a course that is related to the region of your language of study where your language is widely spoken. So for example, if your language is Spanish, you would be taking a course that is either focused on Spain or Western Europe more broadly or Latin America. The regional course is an advisor approved course, so you would connect with an advisor to get that course approved. It could be done on campus or also potentially through a study abroad course. Then students must complete 3 advisor approved elective courses, 9 credits total. Those could be additional subplan courses, additional courses connected to your regional focus, approved study abroad courses, or they could be courses that are approved for some of the other subplans as well. And then finally, students must complete a 6-term or a 3-year language proficiency in a language other than English. There are multiple ways to piece that together. If you do have any specific questions about your language proficiency or your own unique situation, we recommend connecting with an advisor to discuss your language proficiency questions. So how to declare your international studies major? The requirements to declare, you must be currently enrolled in or have completed International Studies 101 with a C- or higher. And if you are planning to complete the political economy and development subplan, you must be currently enrolled in or have completed Econ 101 with a C or higher. If you have met those requirements, you are eligible to declare, and you can fill out our International Studies Declaration form, which is found on our PICS major webpage. Once you've filled out that form, that will trigger an email to us, and we will go ahead and process your declaration, usually pretty quickly. An advisor will send you an email informing you that you have been declared, and that will then give you access to enroll in any of those restricted international studies courses, typically those International Studies 301, 401, and 390 courses. And then you can also come and claim your free International Studies t-shirt from our office. For the International Studies minor, it's a bit of a mini version of the major, but it's broken down into 3 main parts of the language proficiency, your geographic emphasis, and thematic emphasis. With the minor, there is a 4th term language proficiency in order to declare as a prerequisite, but it actually is the same requirement as the major that you must have a 6-term or 3-year language proficiency for the minor as well. So the same requirement actually as the major. And if you have any questions about that language proficiency and what that looks like for you, again, we recommend meeting with an advisor. The minor itself is 18 credits. That's not including the language study. You have to complete 3 courses on your geographic emphasis. That again is going to be connected to your language study. So if your language is French, for example, you could have your geographic emphasis be France or Western Europe, Middle East and North Africa, or Francophone Caribbean. You could pick one of those areas as your geographic emphasis, and you would do 3 courses on your geographic emphasis. And then you also must choose a thematic emphasis. Many students choose one of the 4 different subplans that we already offer for the International Studies major. So International Security, Norms, and Cooperation, Political Economy and Development, Global Environment and Health, or Comparative Culture and Identity for that thematic emphasis for their minor. Students can also create their own thematic emphasis within certain constraints. You can see some examples listed here, like human rights or global health, and make it a bit more defined. That will be done in consultation with an international studies advisor because we want to make sure that there are courses available for your chosen thematic emphasis. Students are allowed to share 1 course between their geographic and thematic emphasis. So instead of doing 3 and 3, you can actually have 5 courses between your geographic and thematic emphasis. Students can also share 1 course between their major and their international studies minor. And finally, students do have to complete an International Studies 401 Advanced Topic Seminar course, and they can complete any International Studies 401 course for that Advanced Topic Seminar course. Similarly to the major, how you declare the International Studies minor, you must complete that prerequisite requirement of the 4th-term language proficiency. You either have to have that completed or be enrolled in your 4th term of language, but you do have to follow through eventually and complete that 6th-term language proficiency to complete the International Studies minor. You go ahead and fill out that declaration form on the PICS minor webpage. Advisors will send you an email to let you know that you've been officially declared. You will now have access to enroll in any restricted international studies courses. For the minor, that will mostly be for the International Studies 401 course that you need for the minor. And again, you can come by our office and also claim your free International Studies t-shirt. So some of the declaration perks that you get after you officially declare the International Studies major and minor, you can come by our office, like I said before, and come get your free t-shirt and collect some swag from us. You also will be added to our weekly topics email newsletter. Our program coordinator works to gather important information across campus on events, funding opportunities, things that are happening across campus that might be of interest to our students, and culminates those all into a weekly email digest newsletter for our students that you can read each week of relevant opportunities. We also do post some information on our PICS information blog, mostly of external opportunities that we receive that may be of interest to our student community. You also then will receive access to our PICS LinkedIn community, which is made up of our current students and also our active alumni community. We do host an annual International Studies Alumni Career Panel where we invite our prestigious alumni to come back to campus and network with our current students. We have some PICS student organizations that we work with. Most notably, Sigma Iota Rho is our International Studies Honors Society. And some other student organizations we work with as well. So if you are looking to get involved with a student org that is connected to international studies, we can work with connecting you with the right student groups. And additionally, we have some exclusive access to student luncheons with prominent guest speakers that you would receive invitations to. And finally, we have some PICS student funding for research, internship, or study abroad experiences that are specifically allocated for our declared international studies major and minor students. We do also offer a honors plan for our international studies major students. The overall requirements for our honors plan students must maintain an overall and major GPA of a 3.5. They must perform well in International Studies 390, that designing research for international studies course that is required. They must present a quality research proposal when they apply for the PICS honors plan. Students must successfully obtain their own faculty research advisor when they apply for the PICS honors plan. If admitted, students will enroll in the Senior Honors Pro Seminars. It is International Studies 498 in the fall term and International Studies 499 during the winter term. These are both 3-credit courses, so it would be 6 credits overall during the course of your senior year. Students then write a major research paper, typically around 50 pages, under the direction of a faculty advisor and the instructor of International Studies 498, 499. If this ends up being something that you're interested in, we can certainly connect you with our honors plan coordinator to discuss more about this, potential research topics, connecting with faculty advisors, and just to discuss more if this is something that you actively would like to pursue during your time as an undergraduate student. For academic advising for undergraduates, that is available through the International Institute's main office. Because the major is so interdisciplinary, we talk with students quite a bit. We see students really 5 days a week through virtual and in-person modalities. Students can also visit our other II centers within our building. We occupy 3 floors within the Weiser Hall high-rise space. But for academic advising, specifically for the major and minor, definitely connect with us through scheduling appointments through our online system. And then students can also email us through our is-advising@umich.edu shared inbox. All of our advisors have access to that shared inbox. So if you have a quick question or something that you would like to contact us via email, you can send us an email there, or if you'd like to have a more lengthy conversation or have that defined space through an appointment, you can set up an appointment with us through our appointment system, and you can find that link right on our PICS homepage. For our team itself, like I said, I'm Brenna Warner, and I serve as one of the undergraduate academic advisors. We also have Michael Parrott, who's one of our undergraduate academic advisors, and Brianna Anders, who works as our academic advising and curriculum lead, and also serves as one of our undergraduate advisors. Melanie Tanyelian is our current PICS faculty director. Ashley Smith is our academic program specialist, and you'll be hearing from her about a lot of our events and communications for the program. And Carrie Conley is our academic services manager for the program in international and comparative studies. Along with the International Studies major and minor within the International Institute, we also have a few other undergraduate majors and minors that are hosted within the International Institute. These all require a minimum of 30 hours of coursework related to a world, region, or theme, as well as area language competency. And those majors are Latin American and Caribbean studies, Middle Eastern and North African studies, Russian, East European, and Eurasian studies. And the minors are a minimum of 15 hours of coursework related to a world, region, or theme. And those are Islamic studies, Latin American and Caribbean studies, Middle Eastern and North African studies. We have quite a few students that might pair these as potentially a double major or adding on a minor to even what they're doing with their international studies major or minor. So if you're interested in adding a potential global thematic program or a regional focus to what you might be doing with international studies, we also advise on these programs within the International Institute and can tell you more about them. For international studies and some career development, we have some opportunities that you can take advantage on to build those skills, gain experience, and help launch your career. We offer International Studies 170 as a course, and that main focus is on professional development to help build resume, LinkedIn, networking, branding, and working on those internship search skills. We also offer International Studies 399 for internship experience, and you can gain credit for those internship experiences to help explore different career paths while you are working through international internships, or even they might be domestic experiences that have some kind of global component that is part of it. And a lot of our alumni do various different things with their careers. Some of the fields that our alumni work in are law, public health, NGOs, communications, intel, business, but this is not an exhaustive list at all. Similarly, with many of the graduate degrees that are pursued by our alumni, some of them are listed here at the bottom. But because we have such a diverse program, our alumni really go off and do everything and anything. We have some resources within our program to do some career development. And then we also have further career resources within the university through the LSA Opportunity Hub and also the Career Center within U of M. So definitely something that we can continue to work through as you develop your professional development and career pathways as you go through our program. Student funding for international studies majors and minors, we do offer PICS study abroad fellowships. There is funding available for approved study abroad programs that can be used for travel, living expenses, or tuition, and that's available for fall, winter academic year, or spring or summer terms. These are limited funding stipends, but they can be helpful to help offset some of those costs, and they are specifically available for our declared students. We also offer PICS summer internship and research grants. And these are for students that are participating in organized international internship programs or are conducting self-designed research projects abroad to help gain professional and research experience outside of the United States. And again, these are specifically for our declared major and minor students. And within the University of Michigan International Institute itself, there are many additional funding opportunities. Many of the centers offer support to undergraduate students for international research internships or language study. So definitely connect with us, or we could also connect you with our fellowships team that we have at the International Institute if you are looking for specific funding opportunities or specific funding for certain areas of the world. We might be able to help you find funding for various different opportunities. We also have a few specialized fellowship opportunities that pop up, and these might change. Some of them are long-standing fellowship opportunities that we have had, and some of them might change on a yearly basis. Currently, we have the Perseus Strategies International Human Rights Fellowship in partnership with the Donia Human Rights Center at the International Institute. This is a prestigious summer internship at Perseus Strategies in Washington, D.C., and it is designed for students pursuing careers in international human rights. It includes research and service expertise with a leading human rights organization, and it's a $5,000 stipend for 8 weeks to pursue this internship in Washington, D.C. We also currently have the Arctic Internship Fellowship, which supports internships, independent research, or study abroad in the Arctic region. This is open to students from any major or academic discipline. Funding may be used for travel and living expenses, and those are awards of up to $2,000. So definitely encourage students to check our website early and often for various different fellowship and funding opportunities that may pop up throughout the year. And we also will send those to our students periodically through our weekly newsletters of different opportunities that may arise. So that was a lot of introductory information about our major. And I hope that you are ready to explore that learning that transcends borders through international studies, through our academic programs, all of the great funding, events that we have to offer also through the program in international and comparative studies, please visit us. As I mentioned before, we are located at 500 Church Street in Suite 300 in the Weiser Hall high rise. So you can come see us in person. You can schedule those appointments with us through our advising appointment system. If you have any of those quick questions, please don't hesitate to contact us through our is-advising at umich.edu, but definitely encourage you to make an appointment with us so we can have that individual time to pull up your file and check out your unique information, and visit our website to learn a little bit more. So really excited to have you interested in our program and hope to see you in our offices soon. Thanks so much.